for these two examples, we're going to be looking at solving a triangle using law of sines when we're given two angles and one side. And so looking here, I see I have triangle ABC, and I have these given measurements. My first step, just like we did in the previous video, is I'm going to go ahead and label my sides. So side opposite of angle A is side A. The side opposite of angle B is side B. And the side opposite of angle C is side C. So I see I'm missing side measures B and C, and I'm missing angle A. For these types of problems, I would always start with just finding your missing angle measure, because that one's going to be the easiest one. Since I am given two of the angle measures already, I know that measure of angle A is just going to equal to 180 minus those two angle measures. So measure of angle A is equal to 180 minus 70 minus 81, which is equal to 29 degrees. Now we can go ahead and find the two missing sides of this triangle. And so I'm going to start with going ahead and setting up proportions for both. And so first I want to find the side length of B, and that means I want to use my second proportion, so I'm going to have the side length on top. So B over sine of B is equal to, and the only one that I have a side length for is for side length A, so I'm going to have that one be my other. So I have A over sine of A, which we just found A to be 29 degrees. And so to find my side length C, I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to have C over sine of C. And again, I'm going to have the information I already know with A, so I have A over sine of A. And so that's going to be my two proportions that I am going to end up solving. I'm going to start with finding side length B. Angle B is 70. A is 10. And then we just found that sine of A should be 29. Next, I'm going to cross multiply, so I have B times sine of 29. And then 10 times sine of 70. And then I'm going to divide sine of 29 from both sides. And so here's where I need to go ahead and use Desmos. So I have 10 of sine of 70 over sine of 29. So I have 10 sine of 70 over sine of 29. And rounding to the nearest tenth, I get that this is approximately 19.4. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing, but with side C. So I have C over sine of C, which is 81. It's equal to 10 over sine of 29. Cross multiplying, I get C sine of 29 is equal to 10 times sine of 81. And then I'm going to divide both sides by sine of 29. So I have 10 sine of 81 divided by sine of 29. And rounding to the nearest tenth, I get 20.4. Okay, let's go ahead and try another one. So here for number 4, my first step is I want to go ahead and label all my information. I see they're already labeled A and C for me, and so that leaves this as side B. And so first off, with when we're given two angles, always find your angle measure first. You actually can't find your sides first because you don't have any of these where you have both the angle and the side. And so I'm going to start with finding measure of angle A. And so measure of angle A is equal to 180 minus 107 minus 25. And so when I subtract those, 180 minus 107 minus 25, I get 48 degrees. So now I'm going to go ahead and find my sides. I'm going to do just like I did in the previous problem, go ahead and set both of my proportions up first. And so I know my first side I want to find is side A. So I have A over sine of A is equal to, I want to go ahead and use B because I have both the angle and the side length already. So I have B over sine of B. And so since I have both information for B and sine of B, I want to do the same thing over here, but with C. So I have C over sine of C is equal to B over sine of B. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this first one. So I have A over sine of angle A, which we just found to be 48, is equal to B, which is 15, over sine of B, which is 25. Cross multiply, I have A times sine of 25 is equal to 15 times sine of 48. Divide both sides by sine of 25. And I get that A is approximately 15 sine of 48 divided by sine of 25, which is 26.4. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try and find side C on your own. When you think you have it, go ahead and press play. So the answer you should have gotten was 33.9.